Hello Internet, my name is Duke the Dwarf, and welcome to Third Age Total War Divide and Conquer submod, formerly a submod for Third Age Total War, now a standalone thing, so you can just get Divide and Conquer. Now, before we begin, I have to say this. If you're watching this, and you haven't seen or read Lord of the Rings, first of all, what are you doing here? I mean, if I appreciate you watching my content even if you don't know what it is, but you really should watch or read Lord of the Rings before this, because that's what this is. It's a Lord of the Rings mod for Medieval 2 Total War. So do that. And now that you've done that, we can begin. This is a very good mod, I must say, but because I've had a look around, I've started some single player games as some of the factions. Haven't gotten very far in any of them, but I wanted to do a recorded campaign, and possibly do more later. So, like, I'm thinking, so there are 3 dwarf factions in this mod. I'm thinking, because I started a single player, or I say single player, off camera, campaign as Erebor. I'm thinking I want to try the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm and see if, I can lead Balin to victory and reclaim the Misty Mountains for the Dwarves. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm playing on medium difficulty because I am by no means an expert at Total War games. So, you know, basically, if this campaign ends up being too easy, future campaigns that I play on recording, I'll go to hard. But I mean, this campaign is going to be hard enough as it is. So, let's begin. I could have gone over the faction overview, I guess, but I mean, it's fine. Basically, I'm pretty sure we start with no actual settlements. And we need to go fight the goblins for Khazad-dûm. So, and we do get some unique units, even from the other dwarf factions. I did see it said we don't have any cavalry. Because, like, Erebor gets cavalry from Dale that they can use. But we don't get any, which is probably okay. I'm not great at using cavalry, and also, I mean, we're gonna be fighting in, you know, the mountains, so I can't imagine the maps are gonna be too suitable for cavalry anyway. Yeah, it takes a bit to load because there's a lot to this mod, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to hold off against the goblin hordes. Now, one issue with this mod is that there is a battle with the Balrog that happens. I don't know if it's just for the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm or if other factions can get it, but there's a pop-up that says, like, hey, there's an issue with the Balrog fight where sometimes it can crash the game loading into it, and if it crashes your game loading into it, that's just the way it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no real fix for it, so either it will or it won't. And if it does, you just have to auto-resolve that fight. So, but anyway, let's go through these pop-ups because, yeah, brief you on the major changes between Divide and Conquer and Vanilla Medieval 2. So, recruitment is restricted by an event called the Barracks event. It will trigger between turns 60 to 64, and it unlocks your higher tier barracks buildings. You'll need town halls or castle halls in order to train units or agents. Characters can die of old age, but not until they reach at least 120, which is not necessarily accurate to the lore for everything, but it's just how they're handling, like, having longer lived races and stuff. There are 4 turns per year, so a 16-year-old character would take 416 turns to die of old age. Many units get a visual change to their battle model when they are upgraded as a blacksmith. This is seen mostly with Gondor, Erebor, Eredluin, and Khazad-dûm, so hey. Bodyguard units have a hard-coded replenishment number of 77. If a unit starts with more than 77, then he will not replenish until his number goes below 77, and then it will only return to 77. The number for unique cavalry bodyguards is lower, but suffers from the same mechanic. There are no assassins, but there are merchants, diplomats, and spies. Diplomats are recruited from unique buildings dotted around the map. I'm not sure if that's accurate, because I have seen... I don't know. I feel like that's not accurate, but anyway. Some factions have restricted town or castle development. The levels that are available are as follows: village, town, city, and large city. Keep, castle, and stronghold. Orcs cannot upgrade to strongholds. Wild men cannot upgrade beyond large town and castle. Bree cannot get strongholds, and can only get large cities if you make a certain choice. Very few factions can build boats. Most factions have to rely on mercenary cogs. We're not going to be probably anywhere near the ocean anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal for us. When a faction goes below, on average, 3 settlements, then a stack of 15 to 20 units will spawn, and to stand as the last stand of that faction. Stack will spawn only once and can be quite a challenge. Rebel generals and roaming armies under the control of the independent realms will now attack you immediately. Oh. I'm not sure my laptop has that button, but you can turn off the UI. Okay. Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. So this is going to be kind of long, but this is the background story, so I'm going to read this. Durin, eldest of the 7 fathers, first awoken of the children of Aule. Founded, I don't know the actual pronunciation of that. That's just, like, my best guess. So if I got that wrong, like, I would like to know how it's actually pronounced. So anybody who knows, please tell me. Founded Khazad-dûm, the dwarf mansions, the heart of our ancient realm. Since the first age, we had thrived and prospered in these halls, for here we found Mithril. Here also was our greatest friendship with the elves in their kingdom of Holin, and our own part in forging the great rings. In this wonder lay our undoing, as we dug too deep and awoke Durin's bane, the spirit of shadow and flame. Vala Raukar, sure, a Balrog of Morgoth. 1,000 years have passed since Durin's bane drove us from our ancient home, and now our travel-worn expedition stands inside the Dimril Gate, the doors of Moria, and the words of friendship are revealed under the moonlight once more. Be aware, evil lurks in the depths, and Durin's bane still haunts the deepest reaches of Moria. It falls to you, Lord, to return these great halls to their former glory. We are all stout veterans of many battles, but the possibility of reinforcements are slight, and we have few or no friends on our borders. We must count on our martial prowess, hard-earned against many a foe, and subtle diplomacy to secure our right to settle once more in these great halls of our forefathers. To the east we face the Sylvan Elves, who still blame our hunger for mithril upon the waking of the Balrog, fiercest of their ancient foes. They will not forgive us this easily. Despite our enmity in these dark times, it would be wise to try to ease the tension and gain their favor, but the decision remains yours, Lord. To the west and the north there are the great mines and halls of Khazad-dûm, and the wonders of the Mithril Forge, where once our forefathers' hammers rang as our songs were sung, and from our deep breweries there flowed rivers of our finest ales. By Sauron's will, those are now in the filth-ridden claws of the goblins, our hated foe, cowards who will never have forgotten our axes and our battle wrath, from the war of vengeance and the slaughter of Azog upon the stairs of Azanulbazar. Sure. There will be no peace with those who slew our great king Thror, bearer of one of the last of the Seven Rings. Our axes cry out to drink the sweet nectar of hatred, to feast in the black poison of goblin blood. With war, pain, and wrathful war mask, our axes' thirst for revenge shall never be sated, till the scourge of the Misty Mountains is complete, the last shield is smitten, the last severed goblin head mounted upon an upthrust stake. It would be wise to reconquer these regions, as many of the forges and storerooms remain in working condition. That will be of great help reforging the armor and weapons for our most mightiest warriors. Northward along the great misty mountains lie strongholds infested by the wretched goblins. One day, when we have regained our former strength, we shall move against these creatures and slay them, cleaning their festering corpses from under and atop those fine mountains. Until that day, Lord, we have to endure many battles while working to restore the halls of Durin and our greatest sires. Your loyal dwarves stand ready, awaiting for your orders, ready to follow you on our quest to surpass our former glories, striding forth into the next chapter of our histories, striking out boldly against those who would arrest our great march through the pages of the histories of Middle-earth. The time has come to reclaim our rightful home, so a trilateral meeting has been called in the town of Dale with the elves of Thranduil's realm, the men of Dale, and our fellow kin. We will discuss a plan and then gather volunteers for our quest. We must move to the town of Dale, my lord, or we shall be late. Baruch Kazad! Kazad Aimenu. Right. And then this is telling us about the barracks event where until about 64 turns in, we can't get our strongest units. Real quick, I'm going to turn down the music a bit because it was getting a little bit loud there in some points. So, yeah, so what is our victory condition? Hold 30 regions including Khazad-dûm, Khazad-dûm West again, Dunlorak, Mount Gundabad, and eliminate the Dunlendings, Goblins of Moria, and Orcs of Gundabad. Cool, and the family tree is just Balin, which is an offshoot of the family tree of Erebor, because like most of the dwarf, if you've ever seen or read The Hobbit, basically all 13 of the dwarves from The Hobbit are related. They're like distant cousins, sure, but they're related. So you can get mercenaries here, Dale Cavalry, which might be a good idea to get since it's probably the only cavalry we can have. What is your bodyguard unit? Balin's Guard. Cool. Nice. Okay. And we have... yeah, see... Member of the House of Durin, member of the House of Durin. Yeah. There's a few. So we have Oin and Ori with us. And there's Balin's biography if you want to read it. So I think we have to move here. Or something.
I can't lead the troops there, sire.
I'm not sure how this works.
Move out. Onward.
Do I have to stand here and end the turn? I'm going to do that and hope that that's the correct thing that I have to do. Yeah, the first in turn always takes a little bit, but because everything is thinking. But yeah, see, now it goes faster. Right. They'll move some troops out, and then moves them back in. I'm trying to click to speed up these animations, and it's not doing it. And I don't know why. Because it always has before. Because these animations take so long for just short little things. And I don't know why I can't speed it up. There it goes. Okay, I had to hit spacebar instead for some reason. I don't know why it did that, but okay. Right? Yes, let's do that. So yeah, several places usually get... Okay, okay. Here we go. I don't know if this is randomized or anything, because this is the first time I've played this faction, so we'll see. I don't know, but we exposed our intentions to the Assembly, and unfortunately, Thranduil and the Men of Dale refused to provide any decisive support to our cause. Almost 40 years has passed since our Lord Balin and his company reclaimed Erebor, bringing peace to northern Rovanion, yet our so-called allies believe our quest to be folly. Nevertheless, we have had better results with our kinsmen. Optimistic dwarves from Erebor and the Iron Hills have volunteered for our journey. Without delay, we must decide upon which course to take to Moria. There are two proposed routes to discuss, my lord. Please listen carefully. We can use the longer route by first passing along the foothills of the Ered Mithrin and then turning south through the Anduin Vale. It will be safer, but will take more time, and we have a higher chance of alerting the Misty Mountain orcs of our mission. The second option is through the forest of Mirkwood, and Balin knows from experience of the dangers within. As of late, the darkness of Dol Guldur pervades the woods. Many attacks should we expect on this route, but it will be swifter, and the orcs which infest our home will not see us coming. Lastly, keep in mind that while our starting gold is well funded by the leftover shares of Balin's dwarves, the longer the quest, the less gold we shall have to rebuild Moria quickly. Shall we take the longer and safer northern route? This path will delay our arrival, but it will be safer. Or shall we traverse the dangerous forest southward? This pass will be faster, but is also more dangerous. That's a good question. I think I don't want to rush it. It would be nice to get there quickly, but I don't want to rush it and lose a bunch of troops because the orcs and goblins can get loads and loads of troops really, really quickly. And so I'd like to have as big an army as possible when I get there. To hold on. Now, I will have less gold to rebuild, but I think, like, if we can hold on to it, then we'll have time to rebuild. You know, it's not going to matter how quick we can rebuild it if we lose it, like, immediately, because we're out of soldiers by the time we get there, so I'm going to go the long way. It'll take us near the orcs of Gundabad as well, but it is official. We shall traverse the foothills of the arid Mithrin, and then we travel through the Anduin Vale onto Moria. Our dwarves will be safer, but there will still be perils to face along the way. We must respect the following rules while on the quest to Moria, or our campaign may be cut short. No other settlement but Moria. We have our quest. Do not deviate from it. No declarations of war. We are representatives of Erebor, and we will not disgrace our fellow kinsfolk. Capture Moria in no more than 7 years. After that, our company will be recalled. Follow the directions given. Right. Yep. That. And that. And that. And we got a boatload of money. So let's see what our army is. Dragon Slayers, Erebor Infantry, Khazad Volunteers, Dwarven Laborers, and Dwarven Travelers. Right. Now, I think I can still get mercenaries and stuff, so like I think I'm gonna go into here and pick up the cavalry. I know cavalry, like I said, isn't gonna help us very much underground, but it's extra troops, so like...
Onward. We march no further today.
And that's as far as I can get this turn. So... Now, actually, something I should check is, are we already at war with anybody? Probably the Orcs of Moria, or the Goblins of Moria, or whatever their faction is called. But, are we at war with the Orcs of Gundabad? Because that could be a problem. Because... the answer is, no, we are not. Good, we are at war with Dol Guldur. So yeah, if we went south, we would have had to fight our way through them, which would have been rough. We're the richest faction. Yeah, for now. Yep. And Isengard attacked Rohan already because they usually do that very quickly when they're AI. Unfortunately, we can't take this settlement. I would love to. There's trolls there? That's scary. So I don't know if we could, even if we tried to. Although, we are at war with this faction. But, so they could move their troops out and attack us. I hope they don't do that. But it could happen. Anyway, this is going to be a lot of ending turns and marching. I'm not sure. Hopefully we'll get to Moria by the end of this episode, because I don't have a whole lot of time to record right now. And so hopefully we make it the whole way, but we might not.
Aye.
Yeah. Keep going.
Aye. Forward. The men have marched
And I probably need to stand there. Huh. Yeah. Hopefully I'm close enough, because I would hate to have to... or that I don't have to end my turn there, because I would hate to have to waste a whole nother turn. But... Uh-oh. Can get more troops by killing some snaga. Yes.
Time's come, lads. To arms!
Let's do it, and that way there will at least be some action this episode, because like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time to record right now, so I'm not sure how far we'll actually get in the journey. But this way there'll be something for the first episode. Is there going to be a general speech? Because the general speeches are cut down in this mod, but they do say something generally.
This is a dirty business, my bonny lads. Killing talentless, hopeless loons is never very nice.
Yeah. Got him. Okay. So... Let's... maybe set up on the hill. So see, you got these dwarven travelers, which are our archers. And so they'll be Unit 2. So also I'm gonna
Get ready, dwarves. How long do we have to wait?
yeah, so we got our laborers, which are essentially just miners, and then volunteers, which look like they're not much better, honestly. These are, I hate to say it, but honestly, these are our expendable troops. You know, these are the guys that we can throw into melee and lose half of them and not really care. This is our slightly better infantry. These guys are still weak, like cheap infantry, relatively cheap, but they're better than these guys, and about, I think they're actually the best infantry we can get right now. So, you know, then we got our Dragon Slayers and Balin's Guard. And last, but not least, the human cavalry from our friend Zendale. So, I'm gonna move forward. Oh yeah, I should. Like that. And then you guys go there. And you guys go here. What are we looking at here? Just some orcs. They've got archers. And those aren't a bodyguard. Those are like just their regular troops. So this group is not very strong, so I'm not super concerned about it, but and yeah, you're on skirmish mode, so hopefully they come to me, which it looks like they might do. I'm gonna speed up.
Pick your feet up.
Well, if they're not gonna come straight at me, I'm gonna send these guys over here. And try and hit their flanks. Yeah. They're just kind of standing there. I'm not sure I want to go towards them, because I think my army, at least in this situation, is slightly better suited to holding this hill. So I don't want to just charge at them. I mean, I know that's kind of what I'm doing with these guys, but it's a cavalry charge. It's different. And hopefully this will go well. See, it looks like they want to advance, but aren't. So... okay, now they're moving. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. And then get out of melee before... they got a couple, but...
if we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
But I mean, look how many we got of them. That's over 100, because that's, you know, 253, and yeah. And that's not going to do spectacularly, because they're in loose formation, and our archers aren't the greatest, but We can get some of them. And hit these guys again. Get him. Yeah. There we go. That's good. Oh, yeah.
The battle is very much in our favor.
That is nice to
We remain
see.
true and steadfast. Victory will be ours.
Now, I'm not sure if our archers are better than their archers, but because I don't think dwarves or orcs are particularly good archers. But, yeah. I mean, they're having to arc a lot of their shots. Okay. Now, we send our infantry up. And these are javelin troops, so they might get some shots off on us, but I feel quite sure our infantry... Oh, well, yeah. Some shots.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yeah, I feel like our infantry can just cut through their skirmishers, but it's just if they get javelins and stuff off, plus the archers, it's not going to do too well. And I am getting some lag because, I mean, there's so many units. There's so many units, but it's fine. Uh-oh. Send the Dragon Slayers in there. Get those guys. Because those are pretty powerful. And maybe get Balin in there. And I don't know if I need to worry about killing the retreating troops for this army, because this is kind of an event-spawned army, but
The enemy are badly bloody.
I might go after
They have
them
lost
just
half
in
their
case, and also just in case they come back. That would be not good. So try and mop up some of them. You know, send the rest of the infantry into that. And, yeah, we pretty much wiped out that unit, so go for their archers again. Now we might get some slight friendly fire, which isn't great, but Yeah. Most of them are running now, so... Get those guys. Get them. And, make sure they don't come back. Also, one touch that I do like about this mod is that they've added, like, trumpet blasts sometimes to units. They'll play a trumpet blast sound effect appropriate to the faction. And it's the faction of the unit, so, like, the Dale Cavalry have an appropriate Dalish horn. Where's the unit out here that's retreating? Oh well, whatever. And then the Dwarves have theirs, and, you know. Like the Men of Harad faction has the horn from when they show up in Return of the King. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I am going to try and finish off this army just to make sure it's not still there when we go out and, you know, we still have to deal with it. Okay, there was at least one friendly fire there that I saw, which is unfortunate, but I think we can end it now, because yeah, that's enough to wipe out.
Victory we have won here today.
I may cut out this loading screen because I've had nothing to say so far, and it's been kind of a while, so.
Aye, my king.
Was that it, I guess? Okay. I might merge. And yeah, now I have to move to there, so.
Move out. The men have marched ill in it.
Yeah, so that was the first battle. Unfortunately, I am out of time for now, so because it's getting late and I'm out of time to record. So that'll do it for the first episode. Kind of short. Future episodes I'll probably be recording for longer, possibly even a couple of hours at a time. So, you know, future episodes should be longer, more like an hour. I think this is only going to be about 45 minutes, but that's going to be it for this episode because I am out of time. So in the next episode, we should probably get to Moria, and yeah, we'll see if we can't see if we can reclaim that and begin the campaign in earnest. So I hope you're looking forward to that, and I will see you all next time. Bye.